Hey guys, welcome back to the Cambridge United RTG here on FIFA 22, episode 1 of season 5. Spoilers ahead, of course, if you've not missed anything, or if you have missed something between now and the past few days. We are still in the championship for a second season, so looking to improve the squad with a bit of depth, and hopefully we'll be able to move forward towards those playoffs and, if possible, the automatic promotion spots in the season upcoming. Firstly, let me say thank you to Colin for upping his Patreon pledge over on, Patreon to the VIP tier. Very much appreciate that, my man. And thank you to Tom for joining the Patreon as well. Both of you, very much appreciate your support. Thank you very much indeed. Right, this season then, expectations from the board and money that we've got. Not a massive amount, actually, to try and achieve them. Youth development-wise, still got the short-term ticked one for some reason. Long-term one, I've got 11 players that could potentially fulfill that, but I'm not sure if we might be able to do that. Maybe with Falconer. Falconer might be able to actually be the man that gets us that tick there. Brand exposure-wise, I want me to sign one crucial player assigned to a midfield position. Now, we are looking for a new right mid in this first window, so that certainly could be something we could do. Also looking for backup centre-backs as well. Long-term, increase the club's worth by 100%, easily doable. And with regards to the league, they want top 2. Not necessarily the title, but they do want top 2. So that's not going to be that straightforward. Bournemouth, Watford and West Brom came back down from the Premier League last season. So it's going to be pretty tough to get into those top 2 positions. And obviously there are a couple of other good teams that didn't make it via the playoffs last year. Like Norwich, like Stoke, like Reading. Middlesbrough had a poor season. Forest had a poor season. Watford and West Brom down there, as you can see. And it was Bournemouth as well that came down. Indeed, there they are in 5th. So our league season will start with some easier games. Blackpool, Derby, Coventry, Swansea. Actually, Swansea were near the playoffs last year. Plymouth, coming up from the league below, should be pretty straightforward as well. We'll go as far as Blackpool and Derby today, and then take it from there in tomorrow's episode. Now, financially, we don't have a lot of money. And as such, we're going to certainly utilise 1, maybe 2 free agents in this opening window. We're still waiting for some scout reports. Obviously, from last year, still injured are Ironside and Burke for another 2 months. Meaning that, as was our plan, Rudoni will continue on in a centre-forward role with Falconer now, with his potential to be special, in there at Cam behind him, and hopefully we'll get plenty of first-team football and grow really well. He'll then drop to the bench, and Rudoni will drop to Cam, and Joey Ironside will come back in when they're back, and we'll see if Joey's still got it. He's dropped from 74 to 72, but he should still be good enough to help us try and get promoted. He obviously won the Golden Boot last year and was out from January. So he could do the business last year. It's a case of whether he can do the business this year. Doyle is up to 75. Chapman is up to 82. Of course, at the end of last season, just to remind you, Gwilt, Coles and Chapman we are blocking offers for as our Youth 1 Club only players. I don't have enough money to go and send some scouts out, so I'm not able to do that this year. But we are going to loan out Dennis Hubner, who's got incredible potential, and he's currently 70 rated. So we'll loan him. Hopefully he'll get mad experience and shoot up in ratings, and he might even take over from Michael Cooper next season. Depends how much he grows. Murring we've transfer listed. Morgan we've transfer listed just to try and get some money into the club. And Sasha Schmidt is gone out on loan to Bristol City. Elsewhere, we've lost a couple of centre-backs. Of course, Keane Bryan and Lloyd Jones both left us on a free. Mark Lloyd has gone out on loan to Philadelphia Union to hopefully try and grow a little bit there. So at present, I have 2 centre-backs. So I need one. Sharpish. Right back. Now, there's an intriguing thing we could do with right back. Obviously, Josh Key's still going to start as my number 1 right back. But we don't really have an option at backup. However, I'll show you something on my shortlist sooner rather than later. Centre mid, very happy with everybody in there. And up top at the minute, very happy with everybody there. Sherdler is loan listed. Lancaster, we're looking to replace in the starting lineup whilst keeping him in the squad. And hopefully we'll be able to do that in this opening January window. Now, I have a lot of names on my list, the majority of which are either free agents or players from relegated Premier League sides or sides that are in the Championship that failed to get promoted last season. So obviously Okadina we've had on our list for a while anyway because we sold him. He's at West Brom. They've gotten relegated, but I don't want to take Doyle out of my starting lineup because he's growing really well and has potential to get even further. So I'm going to hold off on maybe signing Okadina back. If Doyle has a bid for him and we end up selling Doyle, then Okadina will be my go-to to replace him in the starting lineup because he could still continue to grow. And obviously he was our star centre-back at the time of his sale. Still waiting on some scout reports elsewhere. Andrew Omabamidele. It's going to kill me off if we do end up signing him. Wait and see what his overall is. There are some other centre-backs in our division that are very good, but at the minute, very expensive. And like we say, Gwilt and Doyle are wanting to be in the starting lineup. We're wanting them to stay in the starting lineup, so signing someone that's higher rated doesn't really make much sense. So whilst Lloyd Kelly, Dale Fry, and a couple of others that we think might be higher rated, like Connor Cody might be higher rated, but he's older, so that might work in our favour, actually. I'm probably not going to sign them. Jimmy Dunn might be someone we could look to, but I think at present my plan is Dijksteel, because centre-back and right-back, and he's slightly older too, so he'd be moved on sooner rather than later, and he would fill the gap between here and the Premier League, and that would be superb. I think that's a no-brainer. We kind of have to go for Dijksteel. He'll be a backup centre-back and a backup right-back. Perfect. Then I'm still going to need another one. And with the money at a premium, I might need to go for someone. It's going to be a fourth choice centre-back after all. It might be Harry Darling, who's very cheap, and a former Cambridge United player, of course. Jimmy Dunn is also cheaper, so that's an option for us. I'm going to take Lloyd Kelly off. I'm going to take Dale Fry off. Connor Cody's available on a free, and his wages shouldn't be too over the top, having been released by Wolves and looking to sign for a promotion-chasing Championship side at 32, perhaps so, use that experience. Ryan Astley's been released by Everton as well, but I don't know if he's going to be any good. Doesn't look like it. Also looking at some players that might be okay from the league below, like Lewis Monsma, or someone that's been around this level and moved abroad, like Jonathan Panzo. We shall wait and see. With regards to the wide role, so like we say, looking to replace Jack Lancaster in the starting lineup, Chris Willock is decent but expensive at Queen's Park Rangers. Marcus Tavernier is obviously very, very good, but again, expensive. Toby Knowles is a free agent that can play at right back as well, supposedly. Those tackling stats are pretty rubbish. He's very fast. Now, I'm apprehensive to sign someone that is absolutely rapid because, as you guys well know from all of my various different series, it kind of runs the risk of turning into a counter-attack at pace, nobody can catch you, score a goal type save. And we managed to avoid that with the Barcelona save and play some really nice football. And I'd like to try and keep that going here at Cambridge if we can. Fabio Carvalho is a player that obviously was at Fulham, sold to Werder Bremen, who are actually in the German second division. So maybe Fabio Carvalho, if he's not too expensive, could be brought in and changed to wing because he's supposed to be quite quick. Sorba Thomas, formerly of Huddersfield, now at Venezia, although slightly expensive. Brennan Johnson's one of the best wingers in our division, but very expensive. Pablo Soria, I think, is a regen of maybe Di Maria. Right wing, left wing. It's not Messi because the positions don't match, but Angel Di Maria is right wing, left wing. I think this is an Angel Di Maria regen. So I'm not going to sign him at Championship level, but maybe at Premier League level, he might be someone we could look to. Cade Gordon, hotly tipped youngster at Liverpool, released in this save, will probably be mid-70s, waiting on a scout report. He could be a very good option for us in a wide position that could grow really well, and that would tie up that position for the rest of the save, unless, of course, he got snapped up by a big team. Dapo is not a go-to, even though he's still quite cheap. Fulham is still in the Premier League and he's getting first-team football there. Todd Cantwell isn't getting first-team football at Norwich, but he's very expensive. Alex Mighton is one of the players we could look to, but again, slightly more expensive. Josh Koroma isn't absolutely rapid, so suits that kind of artificial criteria, and only 7 million. It's doable. And Jaden Anthony as well. Not absolutely rapid, although pretty quick at 85 and 85. And again, doable financially. So at present, I'm going to wait for those scout reports to come back, and then we're going to make a move for 2 or 3 players in this window. We've Lens, Montpellier, and Freiburg in our group stage here. There's about 3... I can't even remember now, actually. It might even have been up to £6 million available in the pre-season tournament. So there's definitely some money to be earned there, and that very much will come in handy. Now, Mering is glad to be going out on loan, and Hubner is hopefully going to go out on loan as well. We called him up at the beginning of this season. So I'm going to cut now. That's the intro done. And we... Oh, hang on. Marcus Tavernier, scout report, has come back. He is 78 rated. Very expensive, though, so probably not an option for us at the moment, unless we're able to raise some funds. So we say we've got a couple of young players. Oh, yes! A bid for Hubner. Not a loan to buy, thank you very much. But a loan for 1 year. Oh, dreamy. That could be absolutely exactly what he needs. We've got a couple of other scout reports and some other centre-backs. Levi Cole at West Brom. Obviously, they got relegated, as we mentioned. He's too expensive, probably. And Badiashile, 82 rated at Watford. That's nuts. There's no way I'm going to be able to afford him at £30 million. That's a no then. Right, drop the video a like if you're looking forward to Season 5. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of Season 5. And hopefully, this is the year that we get to the Premier League. Hubner, loan agreement. Very quickly done. He's off to Feyenoord for a year. Cracking. He should, fingers crossed, rocket in rating now. I'm expecting him to come back 4, 5, maybe even 6 ratings higher. We just lost that first group stage game to Lens by 2-1, which is a pain. But Freiburg just beat Montpellier, so if we can win this one, we're still in a hunt. We've lost it by 2-0. That's us out of the group stage then, and minimal funds will be raised from this pre-season tournament unless we can beat... No, absolutely we are out, because there's no way that we can catch Freiburg and Lens and Montpellier play each other. A loan bid for Schädler from PSV. Again, loan to buy, which we don't want to do, but a single season loan could be good for him. I have to be wary of numbers. I have a couple of other youngsters that we have at the club, like Abbott, like Holland, that at the minute I'm not loaning out because I need the bodies for the time being before we're able to buy some more players in. But we're, like we say, we're waiting for those scout reports to come in, which should come very soon, as they have done here. And there is a transfer bid for Doyle now, but it's minimal, and it's from Valladolid, which we will reject. It would have to be a big bid for me to get rid of him. Now, Andy O is cracking. £6.5 million. Wow, what a monster. Pacey, strength, great jumping, brute of a player. But would he want starting football? Probably. Can I give it to him? Probably not. There were a couple of young regens we were scouting as well at a couple of the other teams around the league. Carlin Grant would be decent, but at this stage, out of my price range. Leo Jabba, again decent, but out of my price range. Samuel Kalu, 77, rapid, again doable probably financially. And Leandro Trossard is an older player. Unfortunately, he's still valued quite highly, but Trossard could be a player we could look at to give us... Yes, Hubner's gone, and Schädler's going to go as well. Someone that's slightly older that gives us the option to then look for more players later down the line, rather than... Because, look, the 2 centre-back spots, never going to be replaced. The right-back and left-back, as long as they continue to grow, probably never going to be replaced. Chapman, never going to be replaced. Rudoni's probably going to be with us forever. Stone, probably going to be with us forever. There are minimal positions left where we have the opportunity to drastically improve. We're in a position where we don't need that much. I just want the quality and depth. 3 straight losses in pre-season. Not to worry. Not to worry. How much money are we going to get from all of that? Now we've got the Kai Gordon scout report. We get 1.1 million. Brilliant. So, 70 rated for Ryan Astley. That's going to be a no then. He's probably not going to be good enough. He's not going to be good enough. The Di Maria regen is 77 rated, but look how fast he is. I wouldn't want to do that to myself just yet. I'm not sure yet. Toby Knowles was a free agent. He's quite quick as well. 73 rated, not really an improvement. Now, Connor Cody, 81. Oh, he's already signed to Everton. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. 74 grand a week. I wasn't going to be able to deal with that, was I? Porto have bid 8.3 as well. Coyle Callum Doyle, stays for now. Right, so that's Connor Cody, or the Connor Cody idea, out the window. So I think it's a case of Dijksteel. Oh, actually, we'll have to wait and see. Oh, Monsma, is he going to be any good? Doesn't look like it, so I'll take him off. Panzo, do you look like you might be quite good? Maybe. 7 million. Oh, too important. The club won't sell him. All right, there goes that deal. So Dijksteel, I think, is a no-brainer with a centre-back, right-back replacement. Then, to be honest, maybe Andy Omamabendele or Jimmy Dunn or Harry Dunn. Like, they're going to be fourth choice. That's the thing. Unless I sign Dijksteel as a backup right-back and then he's my fourth choice centre-back. Such a tough position to be in because there are genuine options. If anything, too many. And I don't know what to do. Cover 38 million? Okay, bye. Jeez. We're not in that position in the save yet. Oh, dearie me. Wow. Okay, so Dijksteel. I know I want to do that, so let's go and do it. We'll try and get these done as cheaply as we possibly can to leave us enough money left to go and do all of the other deals we want to get done. Will they sell him for 4? He's aging. It would save me some money. It would save me a lot of money. Normally I don't use that often. It would mean that Conde definitely stays longer term. And it might mean that then Falconer gets more football. Perhaps this is a way to make the most of Falconer then. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. It's not what we expected, but it's something that certainly within the realms of possibility and would make sense for the save. Dijksteel would come in and improve the quality. We have 4, 5 midfielders ahead of Aaron Morley. 12? Do you accept 12? They will. There you go. Backup right back and backup centre back in. Right. Now the decision needs to be made about a winger. Schedler has gone to PSV, so now we need that winger. And I think we are going to go with Cade Gordon. Whilst he is fast, he's not 92, 93, 94 fast, and he would be the only player in our team out wide with that sort of pace. Only he and Rudoni are even upwards of really 80, to be honest. So I'm going to go for it. I'm sure he'd be popular with you guys as well. Former Liverpool player, released. This is his redemption and his journey back to the Premier League. Doesn't have a real life face, unfortunately. I don't believe, anyway. I don't actually know what he looks like in real life. I presume that's not his real life face, otherwise he'd have a picture in game. He wants a 4-year deal with Crucial. No release clause is fine by me. And 11 grand is absolutely agreeable a week. I'll try and get him to sign without the bonus. He wants 13.5. If you were signed at 11.5, that would be fine. That would leave us some money left to go and sign another centre-back. Or just wait and see what happens. Would you sign 12.5? Good. Okay, so Cade Gordon is in. That's the starting winger slot sorted. And the backup right-back, centre-back option sorted. Now, I do need another centre-back. And that, at the present moment in time, is it. Because we are going to give Joey Ironside and Ollie Burke the chance to continue on up top. The question is, what bloody centre-back do I go for? Because I want someone... See, Darling is lower rated, would be 4th choice centre-back, is a former Cambridge player, would suit what we want for minimal money, leaving me more options in January or later in this window. Jimmy Dunn is of better quality, though, and when he comes in would be offering more, and he's slightly older, so would probably be leaving earlier. And Andrew is going to be a player that's like Jimmy Dunn, but younger and would want to stay longer, but would probably be more eager for first-team football. Oh, I think to allow myself the financial leeway for other dealings later down the line, and the fact that obviously we're only looking for a backup, I'm going to go with Harry Darling. And he's a former Cambridge player as well, who we sold at the time to a club in a higher division because we needed the money and it was progressing his career. Now, MK Dons, still in the third tier in League One. So he'd be progressing his career and coming back to the club that he used to play for. And it suits us financially as well. And which goalkeeper is that? Dominic Morgan. I mean, that makes it even easier to make the decision. Gets rid of a player we don't want. Done. Absolutely done. Perfect. Perfect. Don't know what he's on a week, but surely not. It was about 8 grand, wasn't it? It's not going to be much. He wants a rotation role as well. This is just the right deal for the right situation, isn't it? This is the scenario that is going to see a former player return, former player that is going to continue to improve his career by moving up a division. Oh, he wants a pay rise, actually. I'm not sure about that, mate. It's a minimal bonus, so I'll offer you that plus the other money that you want. 9.6, and he's taken off the other bonus, actually. So we'll offer him 9. That leaves me £8.5 million. That leaves me £8.5 million plus the other goalkeeper to sell. £8.5 million plus Murring to sell. I think we've done well there. I'm pretty happy with that. The starting lineup has improved because we've got Gordon. The rotation 11 and just general depth, quality and depth has improved because we've got Dijksteel. And Lancaster is improving our depth now further because obviously he's now on the bench too. Falconer will increase our depth when he drops to the bench because obviously Ironside and Burke will come back. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Right, to the first game of the season then, I think is where we head now, which is Blackpool at home and Derby at home. We have made some changes to the stadium as per your feedback. We changed the nets to just purely yellow to reflect that we're the ones playing on the football pitch. Obviously, the stand is still black and white because of the American football team. And I've changed the grass as well to just no lines whatsoever. So it's almost as if it's a 4G pitch. And basically, lines are being scrubbed off and redone for our games and then Kent Exiles games. So that's the changes we've made. If we get promoted this season, we'll certainly move to our next ground. An upgrade. I think even if we don't get promoted, a 2-year window is probably right for moving to a new ground and gives the timescale involved to build that new stadium. So we'll probably move stadiums at the end of this year anyway. But obviously, the plan this season is to get bloody promoted. Although if pre-season is anything to go by, there's still some work to be done. Right, let's go and play the opening 2 games of the season. Blackpool and Derby on the way. The brand new season starts at home against a 4-4-2. Daniel Grimshaw, Ebenezer Odum at right back, a regen for them. Ekpateta, Jordan Thornley and Luke Garbutt. Berily Lubala with Itu and Robson and Josh Bowler as their midfield, still on the left-hand side for them. Josh Bowler, Jerry Yates and Shane Lavery still up top for them too. The thing is, with some championship sides now, they've got players that have grown quite well. So there's going to be, as the years go by, more and more competition to try and get into the top spots. But, of course, our players are growing as well. So, Cade Gordon's making his debut today. You guys will have to let me know what squad number you think he should have in the comments section. Falconer is playing too. He's our number 16 here in the middle. 4-star, 5-star player that we're hoping will grow well, has potential to be special, and is obviously, for the time being, just filling in whilst we wait for our 2 and only 2 injured strikers to return from said injury. But hopefully he can make an impression and get some boosts to his attributes whilst he has the opportunity to play. Josh Key will win that header, and hopefully Rodoni would actually attack it. I wanted him to. He didn't. Chapman wins it, and here's Gordon. We have the option in here. And, well, Falconer is through that gap. Is that slightly overplayed? No, it's done well enough. Falconer, pull that back. Oh, I couldn't quite shoot quickly enough. Falconer tucks it back, and very, very nearly we end with a 1-0 lead. We could yet still get that 1-0 lead. Teddy Coles is underneath this, as is a couple of others. Rudoni will win that header, but unfortunately it will fall to a Blackpool man. No lead yet. Although, they have just given it straight back to me. Twine. Go on then. Go on his debut! Cade Gordon! For 13 minutes played. Welcome to Cambridge United, my friend. That'll do very nicely indeed. Brilliant positioning. An excellent movement to make the run as well. Taking advantage of the lack of defensive awareness from their guys. I think that signing's already justified, don't you? Rudoni out wide to Teddy Coles. We are dominating this game in the opening stages, but it is a long game. And he's onside there, Yates. Quilt's trying to catch him, but no one's going to get there. Just as we opened their defence up, they've done the same to me. That's not gone well. Lovely ball in behind. And just one defender sat a little bit deeper. Has played him on. It's a good finish, though. We were dominating. But all it takes is that one breakaway. And you're back at square one again. Here's Falconer. Chapman looking for Rudoni. And then Gordon out wide. Who will get there and stand the ball up. Not find anyone, unfortunately. Can Rudoni challenge for that? He got something on it because it's fallen free for me. Falconer, I'll lift this, looking for Scott Twine in behind, who is in behind. Oh, and draws a good save from Grimshaw, and the defence does really well to ensure we don't get a corner. Can we still keep the ball in our possession? Get up! Yes, we can. No, we can't. Chapman. Gordon is calling for it. Rudoni is with him. Falconer's in. He's left-footed primarily, but he does have a 5-star weak foot. Oh! Both posts and in! Oh! Kirk Falconer! Welcome to Cambridge United! He went out on loan last season. That was a questionable shot. Both posts and in. What an electric and emotional start to the season. Jesus wept. He gets in behind. It's a good run. Had to force him a little bit wide there than I wanted, wider than I wanted to. Keeper did get a hand to it, but it's not enough. I thought for a minute it was going to hit one post, but the other post, and then come out or go straight to the keeper. You see from the angle of the replay, he will get a finger to this. Change. You see the trajectory of the ball change. He comes back across the line, and thankfully, just enough inside the post. Cambridge lead by 2-1, and already this is going to be a very entertaining second season at this level. Championship equals goals, just as it did last year. Yates around the corner nicely. Lavery over the top to Lubala. Win this, please. He hasn't. It's going to fall to Lubala again. Good block by Teddy Coles. But it is going to be a corner. It's going to be a corner. Ollie Skip has gone to Leeds, apparently. It was just telling us top left. I'm not sure why we're really worried about that at this moment in the save. Hopefully next season we will be. Josh Key steps in there. Oh, what an interception by Yitu. Ha! What a terrible challenge by Kirk Falconer. What a ball that is. But Gwilt gets there. Lubala inside to Yates. And across here to Lavery. Has options. Gwilt steps in well. Although Lavery bounces back. And Itu! Battered away by Cooper, but not convincingly. Around the post for a corner. Lubala going off for them as they make a change. We might make one of our own sooner rather than later. It's a decent delivery. Josh Key stoops well to get to it. Nicely intercepted by Teddy Coles. Given away by Blackpool. Second half has been less active than the first, but couldn't really get more active, could it? Scott Twine got a Doom with him, who seems to be able to deal with the pace, will deliver a ball, and Falconer is there. Ah, he's only little, Kirk Falconer. About 5'6", maybe? 5'6", so heading, not going to be his best attribute. He's coming off soon for Holland, as we're going to give him a little bit of a run around and see what he's all about in these early stages as well, because his squad spot is going to go to Falconer when Joey Ironside is back. Stone to Twine, looking for Rudoni. Out here to Teddy Coles. Try and tuck this back to Scott Twine, who will look to place it. Places it well, but Grimshaw saves it equally as well. Falconer now going off. Teddy Coles is the man that is popped on the edge of the box move, which is so frustrating. But we could win this with Doyle. We have done, but it's well over the top of the bar. Without Joey Ironside, we don't really have that aerial threat. We've got some players with height, but they're not really that good at actually heading it. In there to Rudoni. Oh, I tried to play it quickly through for Chapman, but couldn't get it out of my feet. Dale will play the ball down the line. Is he onside there, Lavery? It was tight, as it was for their goal as well. Hopefully it's not going to be another one of them. Lavery is in a dangerous position. Oh my God. Why did he just... Why? Just why? Just why? Why in this scenario would the defender he's tried to intercept it with his stomach. He's like, I'm going to block it. No, with your fucking tits, you're not. 2-1 to Cambridge. Thankfully, somehow, still with a few minutes to go. Cross to come in from that far side. And cleared away by... Well, actually cleared up by Josh Key. Cleared away by Scott Twine. And the counter-attack is on here, but we don't really need to utilise it that much. We just need to waste the time. So that's what we'll do. Here comes Josh Key. Do I cross it? I mean, they've probably not got enough time to get back up the other end, have they? Oh, certainly not now. Win this header, please. Well up, Rudoni. Key into the middle again, looking for Teddy Coles, who just seems to be drifting in. Gordon brings that down well, but loses possession. But that'll be game. A win on opening day. Not by a massive margin, and not massively convincingly either. It was relatively straightforward, but still, we had to fight hard for it, and an even game. We edged possession. They had one more chance than me. But, yeah, we're definitely not going to be top if Forest are going to be beating Peterborough by 5 goals to 1. I'm glad they did, though, because it means Peterborough lost the game of football. Ha, bollocks to them. Right, Rudoni, you'll do for me there, pal. You'll do for me. Keep playing well, my friend. Right, Derby County up next. A 4-2-3-1 for Derby with Ryan Allsop in goal. They've got Vladimir Laronia at right back. Tiziano Riva, a regen at centre-back alongside Iran Kashin with Lee Buchanan at left-back. Christian Bielik and Liam Thompson in the midfield. Bielik 79 rated. They've got Kamil Jozwiak and Tom Lawrence on the wings with Louis Sibley at cam and Jack Stretton at striker. Colin Kazim Richards is a name I never thought I'd see again in English football. And they've got only really Jason Knight as an option on the bench. Not a strong squad at Derby. Decent 11, but not much strength in depth, it seems, for them. We don't have massive strength in depth either ourselves. That's what we're trying to improve on, and how we feel we have done in the window that we're in at the moment. So we'll wait and see how things pan out over the course of the full season. But confident at the minute, on the back of that first game against Blackpool, that certainly we could be challenging for playoffs. If not, maybe, as the board want, automatic promotion and or the league title. Teddy Coles down the line to Scott Twine. And dart inside. Nicely done. Falconers there calling for it. Late in front of Chapman. Out of his feet. On his left. Oh, it would have been dreamy. It would have been so good, but it wasn't to be for George Chapman. So close to a fantastic opening goal here at home against Derby. That would have been so good. Oh, brilliantly floated. Oh. It might be 1-0 at the other end. Sibley, Lawrence. Now they've hit the post. No, you are kidding me. Doyle's first touch just takes him straight into the Derby man. I couldn't hit clear ball quickly enough. Oh, how unlucky is that? Both posts hit at either end of the pitch. And now Derby... Oh, God, that was terrible. Now Derby lead. Into Chapman. Gordon's positioning is really good so far, it seems. Why would it not let me be in charge of Rudoni in that situation? Teddy Coles has done brilliantly. Oh, why would it not give me Rudoni there? Spin him, Jack. Not been able to do so. Derby working away, but loosely. And Gwilt will find Chapman. Here we come again. Faulkner, Rudoni, Stone, Twine. Plenty of options. Tuck this back. Rudoni! Oh, side netting. Chapman to Faulkner. Floated out to Teddy Coles. Twine is there and in so much space. Surely we can work this. Looking for Faulkner. Please be onside, Kirk. He was. He was. I like Kirk Faulkner. Very much indeed. I like Kirk Faulkner a lot. 2 goals in 2 for the young man. Potential to be special. It kind of feels like he already is. Teddy Coles intercepts, thankfully. Oh, what an interception of their own. Stretton, Lawrence. Oh, excellent footwork. Here come Derby. They want that lead back again. Buchanan tries to cross. Works it inside to Thompson in the end. God, I don't know whether that needed saving from Cooper, actually. I think it might have been going wide, but with 6 minutes to go in the first half, Derby have themselves a set piece that they could try and utilise to give themselves that lead back. They don't have it yet. Tom Lawrence has plenty of options here. Oh, one of which is to kick it straight at Stone, thankfully. Nearly knocked off his feet by the power of the cross, but managed to keep his balance and will keep possession. 61% of it, in fact, we've had so far, but only the 1 shot on target, which was our goal. They've had 3 shots on target, but only scored 1 of them. Chapman Okay, Gordon again. Chapman in support. Looking for Gordon again. Actually finding him. Josh Key. Oh, it's looping. I can't get there. Falconer can't get there either. Ref, no! 1-1 at the break. Across to Coles. Around the corner. Twine. I'll dink it looking for Rodoni and then try and flick it on. Dreamy. Absolutely dreamy goal. Exactly how I envisaged it happening. Dink it to Rodoni. Flick it on. Someone behind him sprinting forward from midfield. George Chapman's off the mark. Maybe really unlucky earlier on in the game with the effort that hit the post. But right place, right time for the big man there. Our highest rated player. Our future star, our homegrown talent. Gives us the lead. 2-1 at home against Derby County. Out nicely to Rodoni. Teddy Coles is actually the man that's there. Twine to Falconer. Falconer looking for Chapman. He closed me down a bit too quickly there, but Cade Gordon will pick it up again. Support here from Josh Key and Falconer. Beautifully done. Really good football this. Again. Falconer! Oh, good save by Allsop. Thought Kirk was going to get another one. Love the goatee and the old school haircut. Kirk Falconer could be a legend at this club. Whoa! Teddy Coles went for that and I wasn't even in control of him. He flew towards that ball. 15 minutes to go. Derby looking to get themselves an equaliser. But despite all hands being on deck, unfortunately, nothing to show for them yet. Conde off the bench to try and help us see the game out. We brought Jack Lancaster off the bench as well. Just because he's been replaced in the starting lineup doesn't mean that Jack isn't still going to have an instrumental part to play in the later seasons of this save. Oh, some of the football that we are playing. I was slightly concerned that maybe I'd made the wrong decision bringing Cade Gordon in because of the pace and the way that we might just catch teams on the counter. But we also mentioned that we played some really good football when we were at Barcelona in the last save. And that goal, along with the second one we scored as well, just some of the football, it's just beautiful. And Scott Twine off the mark now for the season as well. He's continued to grow up to 77 rated. We are getting close to being a side that are title contenders and genuine Premier League quality. We're probably title contenders already, if we're honest with ourselves. We weren't last year, but with the couple of signings we've made to give us the depth and further impact in the front line, in the first 11, we are nearly the finished article at Championship level. What we'll do in the Premier League, don't know. But we've got to get there first. And it's a very competitive division. As you've seen from these first two games, Derby have had some good chances and Blackpool were really difficult to play against as well. But we are starting to flex our muscles here now. That'll be a free kick on the edge of the box. And I don't know if we've got anyone that is a set piece specialist. Can Falconer take free kicks? He can a little bit, you know, and it does suit a left footer. Can we absolutely Leighton Baines or Aaron Cresswell this into that top corner? Or maybe... Well saved by the keeper. It's going to be just 3-1 here at home against Derby County. Again, they had plenty of chances and we've had to work hard for the win, but get the win we have. It'll be back-to-back victories at the start of the new championship season, but this is, as ever, a very competitive division and we certainly will not walk it. I may have had a lot of the ball, but they still had 6 chances, Derby. 2 good victories, some of the football we were playing. Oh, absolute chef's kiss. Very happy with the way it's been going so far. Wasn't an easy decision, sorry, sir. Outstanding, Kirk. Absolutely wonderful from you, mate. To be fair, I do need to now go and alter my second string side a little bit with some of the new signings we've brought in. So I will do that off camera because next time out, tomorrow, we will end the transfer window. And we will also see if we get any more ins or outs. I'm not thinking of doing anything else in the remainder of this window, but we'll wait and see. So far, just 4 sides with the 100% record at the beginning of the new season. Forest, Norwich, ourselves and Swansea. All sides you'd expect to be there, to be completely honest. Watford and West Brom also undefeated so far, as are Bournemouth with a win and a draw as well. So not many sides actually have lost the game yet, to be honest. Certainly not many have lost too. A lot of draws. And only 4 of us with a 100% win record. But we're one of them. And we'll carry on tomorrow. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more. I'd very much appreciate it. And for now, I'll see you in the next one tomorrow where hopefully that start to the season can continue.